Hey Kaiju fans, Tyne here. Today we're laying out and explaining one of the more puzzling aspects of the Godzilla series, that being the Godzilla Timeline. Right off the bat, it's important to note that the Godzilla movies do not all belong to the same linear timeline, as in, there's no direct line containing every single Godzilla movie. Instead, there's multiple continuities in a sort of multiverse, most of these splitting off from Godzilla 1954, though not all of them do. Now, with that said, let's begin. Starting this timeline off is the Showa Continuity. This line goes in the order Godzilla 1954, Godzilla Raids Again, Rodan, Mothra, King Kong vs. Godzilla, Mothra vs. Godzilla, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Invasion of Astro Monster, Ebirah Horror of the Deep, Son of Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Hedorah, Godzilla vs. Gigan, Godzilla vs. Megalon, Zone Fighter, yes, this is a part of the Showa Continuity, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Terror of Mechagodzilla, and finally, Destroy All Monsters. This continuity follows the chronological release of the films and show contained within it, with the exception of Destroy All Monsters. In universe, this movie is the last thing to happen in the Showa series, taking place in the late 20th century according to the original Japanese version, and the year 1999 in the American release. You may have noticed that All Monsters Attack, also known as Godzilla's Revenge, is not anywhere in here. That's because even though this movie was made in the Showa era, it is set in the real world, where none of the Godzilla monsters exist, and they are all in Ichiro's imagination. Hence, it exists outside of any continuity. Next up is the Heisei Continuity, which while it's one of the simplest in that it only contains Godzilla movies and they go in order of release, it also hosts the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah time travel plot. First though, let's lay it out. First is Godzilla 1954, followed by The Return of Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Biollante, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, Godzilla vs. Mothra, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, and lastly Godzilla vs. Destoroyah. This is easy enough to follow, but the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah time travel plot kind of messes everything up. It's actually pretty complex, so it's best not to go into detail about it right here and leave it for another time. All that matters is that the events of Godzilla 1954, Godzilla 1984, and Godzilla vs. Biollante still happened in the Heisei timeline, even after the time travel in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Anyways, now we jump to the Millennium era, where the series no longer mostly fit into the timeline and are broken apart. To kick off the Millennium set is the Godzilla 2000 continuity. Simply enough, it only includes Godzilla 1954 and Godzilla 2000 Millennium, making Godzilla 2000 a direct sequel to the 1954 film. After that, we have the Megaguirus continuity, which has Godzilla 1954 and Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. No, this movie is not a sequel to Godzilla 2000, it stands alone, and it actually retcons the final event of the 1954 film. You see, Godzilla vs. Megaguirus takes place in an alternate universe where the Oxygen Destroyer is never used to kill Godzilla, and so he just returns throughout the years. Next, the GMK continuity. It goes, simply enough, Godzilla 1954, then GMK. Godzilla 1998 could be sandwiched between the two if the joke in the beginning of the movie is to be taken seriously. Now, we dive into the richest continuity in the Millennium era, the Kiryu Saga continuity. The diverse line includes the Showa films Godzilla 1954, Rodan, Varan, Mothra, Gorath, which Gorath is actually set in the year 1980, while the Kiryu Saga timeline places Maguma's appearance in 1963. The moon is also destroyed in Gorath, while it is plainly visible in the sky during the two Kiryu Saga films. Because of these things, all that can be said to be certain is that Maguma appeared in 1963. Atragon, Dogora, Frankenstein vs. Baragon, which supplementary materials state that the giant octopus appeared in 1965 along with Frankenstein and Baragon, meaning the alternate ending for this film may have taken place in this continuity. War of the Gargantuas, King Kong Escapes, and Space Amoeba. Of course, the Kiryu films, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla and Godzilla Tokyo S.O.S. are also part of this continuity. Then there's the Final Wars continuity, which only has Godzilla Final Wars. That's it. While loose references are made to the year 1954 and stock footage from various films is shown during the opening credits, Final Wars does not actually share continuity with the 1954 film or any other films. After that, there's the Legendary continuity. It has the films Kong Skull Island, Godzilla 2014, and preliminarily Godzilla 2 and Godzilla vs. Kong. Lastly, there's Godzilla Resurgence, which stands alone, and Godzilla 1998, which connects to Godzilla the series. Well, there's the whole timeline. It's not as messy as you might have believed it would be, but hopefully this video helped lay out the timeline clear as day for everyone to see and understand. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next time.